This is Hip Hop Movie Club, the show for serious hip hop fans who want to deepen their cultural knowledge. We've watched over 75 hip hop themed films, and in this episode, we will talk about some of the most notable rappers turned actors.
So we've spoken about our Mount Rushmore of actors turned rappers at live events and on previous podcast episodes. And that's comprised of Will Smith, Queen Latifah, Tupac, and Ice Cube. Today, let's dive into that next tier beneath that. And there's some powerhouses here as well. Folks like Ice-T, LL Cool J, Ludacris, Donald Glover / Childish Gambino, who actually did it in reverse. He was an actor first. Common, Yasin Bey, Method Man. And do we include Mark Wahlberg? Well, yes, we do. Much better acting career than a rapping career, but Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch was a thing.
It was a thing.
For a bit. 2 albums we uncovered. They actually had 2 albums somehow.
God save the Queen.
But some of these rappers turned actors, just massive careers. I always think back how we talk about the origins of hip hop, how it was regionalized in the South Bronx, and who would know that it would yield such megastars that would be box office sensations.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorites out of the next tier?
I mean, definitely LL.
Yeah.
He's like on the cusp. Like he could easily be in the Mount Rushmore, on any given day. But who would you swap with him? But yeah, Ice-T is a powerhouse. I mean, he's been playing a lot of cops and detectives, but he's been pretty believable in those roles. I mean, Common is one of my favorites. You mentioned Yasin Bey. He's got a comedic twist. I've seen him do some amazing things. And of course, everybody knows Method Man is, he's on movies and shows. And Luda's part of Vin Diesel's family. So he's got one more. He's got one more that's got to come up. I think it's coming out next year.
Fast and the Furious, the final one, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, LL Cool J's got that special charisma. You knew from when he was burst on the scene in Crush Groove. I mean, he's just so talented. He's hosted multiple award shows. We did a deep dive into LL Cool J. He's just tremendous in all of his work as a TV star and movie star. Funny thing with Ice-T playing the cop is, Cop Killer, was his big controversial song. And then, now he's like one of the top cops of all time on TV.
Yep.
Yeah. But these ones, some of them more recognizable. You also see a lot of actors and actresses that were rappers, like these like smaller roles, or you have a crew that maybe just appeared in one movie and just totally knocked it out of the park, like the Fat Boys and Disorderlies. Like, I'd be remiss if we didn't just mention them. I mean, they didn't have a long acting career, but they were like that Three Stooges type comedy.
Yeah. And even our guy Daryl Chill from House Party, he's a legit actor now too. Like, he's always doing roles,
Yeah. I mean, Kid and Play themselves, right?
Yeah.
Kid and Play as well.
They had a decent run. The House Party franchise and Class Act.
Class Act, yes.
Yeah, so you got to have to mention Eminem just because of the biopic 8 Mile. I mean, he did a tremendous job. He didn't really have much acting experience, and that role of B-Rabbit is just off the charts.
He really did do that much, at least acting-wise, in like feature films. I think he was in Funny People. He was uncredited in the interview, and that's kind of it. It doesn't need to.
Yeah, that role in 8 Mile kind of knocked it out the park.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to do anything else after that.
Yeah, and we have a bit of an old school bias just because of our age, but we've seen films with like Lil Yachty, and I know Kendrick Lamar has been obviously, he did the whole soundtrack for Black Panther, but definitely being a rapper these days would be a huge launching pad for your acting career. And we didn't even mention Snoop Dogg, Soul Train, and multiple others.
Yeah.
We mentioned Method Man, but Redman collabed with him, How High, and other silly movies, buddy films.
Yeah, I would just take it back to some of the the versatility of the roles that we've seen, like a person like LL Cool J, and like we've seen him in horror movies from the Halloween franchise, and there's that Deep Blue Sea with the sharks, and we've seen him in funny movies. Last Holiday, Deliver Us from Eva.
Deliver Us from Eva.
He's pretty versatile, like you said, the charisma kind of shines through when he's on camera. So, he's been pretty good in those roles. And the same, I could say this, I actually can say the same for Common. Like, he's played different roles. I've seen him play, serious roles. He's popped up in like the John Wick franchise. He was in Wanted, Just Right. Same with Yasin Bey. I've seen Yasin Bey like actually singing in songs of Lackawanna Blues. He was actually singing. Like, he was like a Cab Calloway type character, like singing and dancing and performing on stage. I'm like, wow, this guy's pretty good. And he plays one of my favorite characters in Brown Sugar, Tabby. Yeah, I loved him in that movie. He was absolutely great. It was very realistic, just a struggling rapper that's trying to make it, doesn't want to sell out and go commercial. He's got some humorous moments, some humorous dialogue between him and Taye Diggs' character. Very charismatic. I actually see him play in another movie too. Trying to think of the name of the movie. I think it's Something the Lord Made. Yes, he played an assistant to a doctor who was working in the hospital and was doing surgeries, and he was actually doing a lot of the work, but he was getting uncredited because of the time frame that it was taking place. He wasn't really getting any credit for his work, but he was really good in that movie. That was a straight, it was like a docudrama type movie. But he was good. Mark Wahlberg. From his acting career has definitely outshined his rap career. He's got a movie on Netflix that just came out like last week or something like that. He plays cops, bounty hunters, action movies. He's doing it all. I feel like some of the characters, a lot of times when I see him playing a role, he's playing himself, because it comes across the same way. And I'm like, he's probably playing himself.
Yeah.
That's playing himself, that's playing a cop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I enjoy him.
Yeah, the comedy's like Ted, but then, a lot of times he's playing a cop or a fugitive or something like that. That fits his typecast. But remember, he played Vince Papale in Invincible and Dynamite.
Yes.
Eagles fan. So that was a good role where he was
great in that.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That's right, Vince Papale. Yes.
Yep. But he's super versatile in acting. But so it is an easy, I don't say an easy transition, but it's, especially when you're a rapper, you make a lot of music videos.
Yes.
And you have to have that stage presence, and you gain popularity that way. So it's sometimes easy to transition. But on the flip side, just because you're a rapper does not mean you should make movies. We saw that with State Property. With like Beanie Sigel. And if you listen back to our episode, we're like, what did I just see? Like, it was just like a killing spree with not a lot of plot, no character development. It was just like, what is going on here? Like, you just want to watch like a massacre of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got that set up with I Got the Hookup too.
Yeah. At least I Got the Hookup is a comedy. It's a comedy. So like, you'll get little glimpses of, silliness and things like that. Right.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. State Property was just, that was just raw. What?
Definitely on the opposite spectrum of great cinema.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But there's no shortage of quality actors and actresses that started out as rappers.
We haven't really talked about many women besides Queen Latifah, but MC Lyte, Eve, they've had some work.
Yeah. Yeah, Eve has popped up in the barbershop movie. She actually had the show.
She had her own show.
Yeah.
Yep. Nicki Minaj, even.
Yeah. Yep. She's popped up in some stuff.
Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. Rodriguez popped up in stuff.
More can be done to uplift the women rappers who turn actors, actresses.
Yeah. Need more of them.
Yeah. And I wouldn't call Lin-Manuel Miranda a rapper, but I have to mention Hamilton because it was just so revolutionary to tell the story of Alexander Hamilton entirely through hip hop and other song, but mostly hip hop and some R&B. But he and David Diggs and the rest of that crew,
Yeah, they were
Leslie Odom
phenomenal.
Jr. I mean, just insanely talented, right? And I know David Diggs has his own rapping group, and so he's done some solo work as well. So yeah, you can see the parallels between the two. But I think this trend is just going to keep continuing because, again, similar talents, skills, charisma is needed for both.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost feel like sometimes an actor wants to be a rapper wants to be an actor, because back in the
That's
day when you
very
did music
common.
video, right? It's kind of like you always think basketball players like they want to be rappers. Rappers want to be basketball players want to be
Mhm.
rappers.
Yeah.
And so when
Or
they
the
get an
other
opportunity,
thing.
yeah, exactly. You want to do the other thing. You want to, add something to your tool belt and be more well versed, right?
Man, I remember hearing a rumor years ago, and I wish it would have actually come to fruition, revolving around Cardi B. They wanted to reboot The Nanny and have her play Fran Drescher's daughter. And I was like, oh my God, that would be so funny.
Yeah.
I would have watched the heck out of that. I'm like, hoping, hey, if y'all still thinking about that, y'all need to make that happen. Make it happen ASAP. Oh man, I would crack up and listen to her just
That would be fun.
ramble around.
And I know this is not meant to be an entirely comprehensive list. This is just some of our other, takes on some of these folks. But I know the late DMX was in Belly, because Belly was such a great film.
Mm-hmm.
The cinematography there, and Nas was in it as well. So Nas had some roles in a few movies also.
They were both really good in Belly, and I think we even said this in our episode. We should have seen more from them from an acting standpoint.
Yeah.
I wish we had done more.
Yeah, for sure.
DMX popped up in a few movies, but yeah, we didn't get enough of Nas. We probably wish we could have got more DMX before,
Yeah.
before he left us. But yeah.
Yeah, if you scroll through Nas's filmographies, mostly videos, of course, but really there wasn't that many movies. And I mean, if he wanted to, he probably could have gotten a lot more.
Absolutely.
He was in John Q. Oh, but that.
I haven't seen John Q. And John Q is actually on cable right now, too. I haven't seen it in so long. I almost forgot he was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We see Cameron in some films that we covered as well. I was like, some of these guys, when they're like at the peak of their popularity, that's when you want to cash in on making those films. Become part of your legacy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm almost remiss to mention our good folks down from the ATL. T.I., Andre 3 Stacks, Big Boy. All three of them have popped up in multiple films, television shows, appearances, etc.
Definitely.
I've liked T.I. in anything he's done. ATL was really good. Even that series with Kelsey Grammer called Boss, he was really good in that.
Yep. He got
One
some
of
of
the few
that.
good things.
He got some of that Marvel money. Popped up in the Ant-Man franchise. Got some of that Marvel money.
Mm-hmm. Get that Marvel bag. Mm-hmm.
For real. I like Andre 3000 and Four Brothers. He was a good balance. Evidently, Mark Wahlberg is in that movie as well.
He's everywhere.
As well as Tyrese. He's not necessarily a rapper, but he's, his songs are hip hop adjacent, not just a crooner, but he also puts out songs that are hip hop heavy. And he just kind of sings over them. But yeah, it was a pretty good performance from all three of them in that movie.
Right on. So if you didn't know about some of these films or actors or actresses, look them up, because you might find a hidden gem. We'll keep our eyes out for future rappers in films, because we know it's going to, as we said, this is not a trend that's going to die.
Nope.
Yeah.
As long as there's hip hop, there's going to be rappers turning actors.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pipeline.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. And we love our documentaries as well. So there's definitely going to be more and more of those as well. People,
plenty of those,
telling the stories of these.
Especially with the OG era going into the time where you'll see a lot more documentaries about those folks. And we already have, but there's just going to be more of them, because it's about that time where we have retrospectives of them.
Yep. Absolutely.
More to come. Thanks for tuning in to the Hip Hop Movie Club show. I'm Dino Wright. filmmaker, designer, longtime hip hop fan, and I was recently reminded of how good a track All the Places by Pete Rock and CL Smooth is and was.
I'm JB, 80s and 90s nostalgia junkie, longtime hip hop fan, and I always love these little parts with rapping in movies, such as Kevin G in Mean Girls and the grandma singing Rapper's Delight in The Wedding Singer.
Kevin the Poor. Master's is bad. That's MC. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was my man right there. All right. And I'm Boogie, a DJ, a longtime hip-hop fan. I just want to take a quick second to shout out my brother, my fan brother Haas, a.k.a. Haas the Ripper, one of the illest lyricists I've ever heard in my life, straight out of Newark, New Jersey. We went to high school together. You can check him out right now if you want to learn about him. He's got an episode on Memphis Bleak's Rock Solid Podcast, powered by the Drink Champs Network. It's on right now. And I'm rocking my shirt. I'm supporting him.
There it is.
Haas the Ripper versus anybody, because literally, like, I would put him toe to toe with anybody.
Next week, we'll discuss the movie Idlewild, featuring Andre 3000 and Big Boy, Outcast in the House. Join us on Thursday, November 13th at the Frank Banco Alehouse Cinemas in Steel Stacks, Bethlehem, as the Hip Hop Movie Club hosts a special 10-year anniversary screening of Straight Outta Compton.
Remember, don't hate, marinate.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious.
Weather's dropping. You marinate that food, throw it in the crock pot, slow cooker.
Slow cook. Yes.
Get that grill on.
Absolutely.